Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing a second part to my last video where I was talking about, by the way, this video will contain spoilers, so anyone who has not seen Batman The Dark Knight Rises yet, you don't want to watch this video. It's going to contain major spoilers for the movie. Watch it after you watch the movie. So, a lot of people have questions about the ending of Dark Knight Rises. I did a video, part one, with my explanation of it being open-ended, and a lot of people, were kind of, there was a lot of discussion in the video, but more people were siding towards that Batman, or Bruce Wayne, lives, not Batman, but Bruce Wayne, and that Alfred actually does see him. It's not some kind of dream sequence or, fantasy, him fantasizing, imagining it. Now, that being said, just because most people believe that to be the way it goes, doesn't necessarily mean it is that way. I still feel it is open-ended. After re-examining it, re-watching the movie a couple times, I do, and I have some comments as to say why. A lot of people are leaning more towards the fact that they think he lived, but here's why I think that that's not conclusive, because in the movie, what it shows is, if you look at the scene very carefully before he is flying out, for the bomb to go off, he does not eject. He tells Selina that he cannot eject. There is no eject, but there is an autopilot, and the autopilot is working. Okay, so that's good. The autopilot's working, right? But that doesn't fix the issue. That doesn't solve the issue. He flies up over it. He shoots a building so that he can fly, a little bit lower over it, because he can't get over it without blasting part of the side off. So he does that. And he brings the bomb out over. Now, what it shows is it shows him in the cockpit all the way, cutting through the scene, showing the bomb, showing him, showing the water, going over the water. It shows the bomb counting down. The bomb counts down to 5 seconds. Okay? Then it cuts back. You see a scene after it shows 5 seconds of the bomb. It shows Bruce still in the cockpit with 5 seconds remaining. Also, the bomb has not been dropped. It also shows the bomb, and it does not show the bomb in water. The bomb is still being held by the cable. So that means that with 5 seconds remaining, the bomb is still tied to the bottom of the bat, and Bruce is not ejected. So he has an autopilot, great. You can turn the autopilot on, but that bomb is still like 10, 20 feet below the bat with 5 seconds remaining. And the blast radius, of course, they say throughout the movie is like 6 miles. So that being said, how could he possibly get away? It's tied to the bottom of it. Yes, there's an autopilot, but it's still, as soon as that bomb goes off in 5 seconds, if he drops it, whatever he does, doesn't matter. He's not going to be able to travel fast enough to get away from it, because the bat is more like a helicopter than it is like a plane, so to speak. It's got, one of those, I don't know what it's called, like a rotor spinning, whatever it is, helicopter type thing. And at the front, it's got 2 more that spin, that bring in the air and all that. But it's like a helicopter. Helicopters can't travel that fast. I actually looked this up online. The fastest helicopter we have is I think 250 miles per hour or something like that. Don't quote me on that exactly, but I looked it up. But basically, what I took away from it is it's not even close. 5 seconds, there's no way he'd be able to escape the blast. Now, that being said, it is still open-ended, because I'm not saying for sure that he didn't get away. The only way I can see him getting away, though, is if he had some help. Let's say if in the Nolan universe, Superman exists, okay? I can see Superman coming in, punching the bomb down in the water and then taking the bat and, and flying off with it faster than it can, catch him in the blast. So it's still open-ended, because it shows him with 5 seconds left, the bomb tied to the bottom of the bat, not ejected, okay, the autopilot being on, but the bomb is still there. It doesn't matter. Okay, the bomb is going to go off, 20 feet away from him. Even if he drops it in 5 seconds, there's not enough distance for him to get away. So I would say, if I had to lean towards one, that he does die and Alfred is imagining it, or is in a dream state type thing. Because we all know how much Nolan loves dreams with Inception and all of that. Also, the colors in the scene where Alfred sees Bruce are very bright, very light, very similar to a dream sequence. But that's still not conclusive either. And this is why I said it was open-ended, because he's Batman. He can escape just because he's Batman. That's just the way it is. But realistically, he'd be dead, that's for sure. Unless, Superman or somebody like that was to come in and help and maybe get him away from there in time, which I'm sure Superman would be able to do. So that really is the question, is did he have any help from someone else like Superman? I think it'd be really cool. Now, this is just my imagination. I'm sure they won't do this, but how cool would it be next year if they did the Man of Steel movie and you had Superman, the opening scene of the movie. You see the bat going across the water with the bomb, and then Superman flies and punches the bomb in the water and then flies, grabs the bat and flies off with it. That would be sick. That would be really, really cool. Really cool way to do it. Will they do it? I doubt it, but I think Nolan likes to leave these things open-ended so people can decide, which they like. People talk about the pearls and all this different stuff and the fact that Jim Gordon gets a new signal, and they mention that the autopilot was patched. Yeah, but none of that matters. The autopilot was patched, but he was still in the cockpit with 5 seconds to go. So it doesn't matter. He's still in the blast radius. So whether or not, he would have been vaporized or whatever. I'm not a physicist, but you guys know what I'm talking about. So I just wanted to do a second part to it, kind of talking about it a little bit. It is still open-ended, though. You can't say one way or another. To me, when I watched it the first couple times, I thought to myself, yeah, he's dead. Alfred's dreaming. But it's a comic book-based movie. If Superman exists in that world, then he could have gotten away. If other characters maybe would have helped him out, then he could have gotten away. So those are my thoughts on it. I still think it's open-ended, even though people want to argue either way. And feel free to continue to argue either way to which side you think makes more sense. Me, personally, I think the side that makes more sense. 5 seconds, it's 20 feet below him. Regardless of what he does, he's dead either way. Those are my thoughts on it, guys. Let me know what you think about it. That's it for this video. See you for the next one, guys. Later. Peace.